Hi, first grade. It's Elliot's mom, also known as Mrs. Oberhide, those of you who know me from last year. Last year I was working at Frisco Elementary, and this year I've decided to be home and take care of my family, and specifically my 3-year-old daughter, Susan, who otherwise would need to be in daycare, so I am home with her. So most people would refer to my job as a stay-at-home mom. I work at home and anywhere we need to go to do errands and to get the work done for our family. But I do not sell any goods. I provide more services. I do all the things around the house to take that off the plate of my husband. So he earns money for us to be able to pay all the bills, and then I am trying to support our family in all the other ways so that he can do that and not have to have a whole nother job when he arrives home. So I take care of the house. That means, planning all the food for us to eat, going to buy all the food, making all the food. And as first graders, you may not realize, but that takes a whole lot of time, and you should always thank whoever makes you food every day. Also, just cleaning the house takes quite a bit of time. Doing laundry for everybody in the family takes a lot of time. And then paying bills, since we do need to pay money to have our house and to have electricity in our house, to have water in our house, all those things you have to be paying for those services. So I take care of all those details. Health insurance, I've been spending too much time on that recently, trying to find health insurance that we can afford and paying for that. And so there's just a lot of things that parents take care of for you guys that make to take care of your well-being. So I do that. I also see myself as a teacher to my daughter. I'm her mom, but I'm also her teacher since she's not in a preschool setting. This year I try to provide great opportunities for her to learn and to explore in the world, and so that's really fun. So in working with my family, I think it's interesting for you guys to. The reason I made the video is because in the olden days, as Elliot would say, in the olden days, it was very common for a mom to stay home and the dad to go to work to earn money. And now, probably a lot of you guys, if not most of you, have both of your parents working out of the home. And I think that it's less common now to have a stay-at-home parent. But in doing this year, I do feel like it's very important work, and it is a job that I think should be taken seriously and given credit for. And so I just thought it was interesting to make you guys a video for this. Maybe not what you think of as a job, but I think it's important, and I think that I'm really glad to get to do it this year. I think it's important for my family and for our lives to feel calmer and happier. And so that's my favorite part of the job, is getting time with my daughter. I had some time with Elliot when he was little. I stayed at home with him. And I think it's important for me to have that with my daughter, and then I also just think it's important for our family to kind of keep everything in check. I think the challenges for me about staying home are that I miss working in a school. I taught before. I love working with kids, and I love working with a staff of teachers. And so there are days where I get a little sad and I kind of wish I could go to work, but then I just look around and I get to play with my daughter and do lots of wonderful things, so it's all good. I hope you enjoy learning about community helpers and how people work in a community to take care of each other, and thanks for listening. Bye.